Hey everybody, I'm back. This is my first video in 2022 on YouTube. I took a nice little couple month break, focused more on opening up my Discord and creating a whole bunch of new options for a lot of these new traders that want to learn more about the stock market. So, let's start off with our quick introduction ad. Of course, if you would like to join my Discord, the link is in my bio. It's also in the description of this YouTube video. I do different things every day of the week to provide value for what I consider a very low price for a subscription. So, Thursday nights are always stock picks for swing trades, easiest money you can make. These picks are set up so that if you're somebody with a full-time job, you can set these prices once it enters my buy zone, and then you just sit and wait for the next couple weeks as it continues to ride up. I give you lots of information on stuff like that. If you are more into option plays, stuff like this, every single morning, as you can see, I provide different option plays every morning in pre-market, as you can see, 6:02 a.m. right here. So this one for today was for Taiwanese Semiconductor, had earnings, blew it out. I knew it was going to pop in the morning, so I put a price target of 140. Once it broke, I called it out as soon as it did. As you can see, 633 right there, it blew right past it. And so a bunch of people picked up this option call in profits, and they took down some nice little levels here. So if you're interested in the Discord, please come join the group. We're a community. We're all about helping each other. I will be 100% transparent with you. I won't lie to you. I'm all about consistent gains. Okay, so now let's get on to what we came here for. Let's review some charts. So on Wednesdays, I do free charts on Twitter that are picked out by my Discord members. So right off the bat, we want to look at SPY. The reason you look at SPY is because the S&P 500 is a selection of the 500 quote-unquote best stocks in the market, right? So right off the bat, you see that this volume shelf is kind of acting like as this middle ground, and we're kind of hovering between the volume shelf and the VWAP here, the volume weighted average price. So we're kind of coming up, we created this kind of resistance wall here that I love that it's heading up, but we keep hitting it and then bouncing down. But the good news is those dips are getting bought up. As you can see, every time it dips down here, we're creating higher lows, and then they're getting bought up. Now, big ugly red bar. We gotta have some reversal tomorrow, and Microsoft is one of the leaders of the S&P 500 and Nasdaq, and I'm gonna kind of show you their chart and why I think tomorrow, if we get a bounce, we're fine. If we don't, I think we could be heading down to the VWAP again. So tomorrow's actually kind of an important day. Tomorrow, Monday, will kind of give us an idea, especially if this kind of goes sideways tomorrow or just kind of hovers in between 0.5% up or down. So that's what I'm seeing on the S&P 500 right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and look into our first pick, or not stock pick, but one of the charts requested. So let me see, is under session, where is it? Okay, so I want to open up a couple. Let's do MACD, let's do volume, no, not volume, RSI, and squeeze indicator. So as you can see, the RSI here is low. As you can see, hit down the VWAP, went up, hit down the VWAP, almost to identical, just a slightly below at one point, but at the end of the day, right at the VWAP, okay? So that's good news. So what we want is a bounce and see this come back up instead of instead of breaking through. Right now the RSI is low. The MACD kind of it was starting to curve up, and then we had today happen. So kind of hoping that it curves back again. So that's what we're hoping to see. But we'll see what we go ahead and get for the weekly. If you see here, the reason I'm concerned is because if tomorrow we have another down day, we've broken this kind of support line that keeps pushing Microsoft up, and Microsoft, is one of the leaders here. You see the RSI come down, you see MACD, you see the squeeze indicator. Things are heading down. We really could use a bounce in the next couple days. So that's a little concerning, but not too much. The biggest thing though is we need a direction in this market, and right now it's kind of just been choppy, up down, staying within this range. We want it to go way down or or hit momentum and go way up. That way we have a direction and we can buy calls if it's going up and buy puts if it's going down. That's kind of the goal there, okay? So next is AMD. I don't think I did the weekly. I think I did daily or a session. No, I did session. Then yep, session. So as you see, RSI is kind of recovering. It was starting to head up in this wedge, and it decided, like I said, the big ugly red day today from the CPI, not CPI, that was the early of the week, from the job numbers and from the inflation reports. So like I said, every day a lot of data comes out, and you never know how the market will take it. So I like the RSI is heading up. I want it to return to these levels. I kind of want to bounce tomorrow. The MACD is looking okay. You're not getting much from this besides that everything's got hit today by this big red bar. So right now we're kind of hoping for the bounce tomorrow. We could see, if it comes down to this lower line, I can see it breaking, just like Microsoft, just like the S&P 500. I said, like, we need to show strength here because all the dips keep getting bought up. We've been making higher lows on the S&P 500, and we held a lot of important levels of support on a lot of these big tech names. So that's going to be really important. So, all right, let's go ahead and look at the next one, which is going to be Nanodimension. So Nanodimension was very popular during COVID. It ran like crazy, but since then it has gotten nothing but beat up. It had a couple times where kind of showed some signs of life, but ever since November, it's just been down, 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 a little less steep, and now almost flat. And then people, you could say, oh, it's consolidating. I don't think it's consolidating. I think it's down to $3. I mean, $3.60. It's running out of, but almost to zero. I really don't think this is a stock you should be looking at right now. If you got lots and lots of time, okay, sure, but right now I don't see anything in here that says this is good. It's, as you can see, it's knocking bot up. Majority of the buyers were up here. This is bad look for a stock right now. I'm not a fan of Nanodimension. I had a couple calls halfway through last year hoping that would recover. I think right about here I sold for a loss, and I was just like, it just doesn't look good. So something to keep, be aware of. Don't catch the falling knife, as they say. So, all right, PayPal. What did I do on PayPal? I think I got the daily here. Let's see. I think session. No, day. I think weekly. Yeah, weekly. Here we go. So in the weekly, I talked about the Rsi's low. Here, it's looking like it wants to make this move right here, where it just curves down, and then we're going to see this run up. It hit down here, touched, had a nice little run up, came back down, and then it went like this crazy run from where this 178 all the way to 308. That's a huge run. If we could get that again, I'd be very happy, since I own a lot of shares in my trading account in PayPal. So what I'm hoping to see is it's going to straddle this line a bit, this VWAP. This is the difference. That's a good sign, is that a lot of people bought here and it's above. Yes, it did tank a little bit and go down, but still, majority of the buyers are still under here. So, but the fact that this is growing is people believe. So pretty soon, this is right now it's the third biggest volume shelf. It's about to be the second soon, and then we got about quite a ways to go before it becomes the biggest volume shelf. So I like what I see on PayPal. This is looking interesting. It's something I'm going to continue to hold, because I think this is building a base here on the VWAP, and I think the bigger the base, the bigger the move. So I think it's going to take off soon. I don't know soon, but this whole tech slide is pretty annoying. So, all right, up next is Roblox. All right, so for Roblox, I did not do weekly. I think I did daily. Or did I do a session? I think it was daily. Okay. So for Roblox, as you can see here, it's kind of got this downtrend going, which I'm not a fan of. So it does need to break this. I like that it's now here at this volume shelf, but what it also did is it finally closed this gap that's been open for a while. As you can see, it finally closed it, so that's gone. So that one thing is, when there's a big gap, it usually closes it. It's pretty rare that it just stays open. So I think this is going to build the base just like PayPal, and then once the tech slide is kind of over, it'll take off again. I could see this going a little bit under to some, yeah, it's got some support down here. So I'd like to see it hold this level, but if it goes below, there's still some more support levels below, so that's okay. But overall, I think Roblox is going to be a big player in this metaverse stuff. So definitely long term. It's interesting long term, but for now, I would say let's wait and see if this consolidates and we get we kind of get a nice move tomorrow. So, all right, everybody, that's going to be my review on I pick a handful of charts that I did on Wednesday, and I put a video on YouTube letting you guys know what I think, what I'm seeing, things like that. I hope this helps you guys kind of see what I'm seeing and how to visualize these charts. And most of all, I hope you guys all have a great week, end of the week, and start into next week and get those portfolios green. And I will see you guys all later and on Twitter. Okay, take it easy. Bye.